You are knowledgeable of the science of medicine, but there is also the art, the skill of execution of your knowledge. The greater your creativity in exercising that knowledge, then you become a skilled artist at your craft. So you're not only involved in the science of medicine, you are involved in the art of healing. Now, this world, however, is a world that has been more physical than spiritual. And it has not yet learned how to link the spiritual with the physical. So as you become a scientist and skilled at healing the physical, what is the standard by which you measure the health of the person spiritually, morally, and mentally? Now, you know the criterion for the physical body, but what is the criterion for the spiritual, the mental? That is not taught. But the
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. Thank you for joining us for the Closing the Gap, How to Save Lives. Today, our subject is stress. Today our subject. Let's put up our first slide, please. Is how to save lives. Stress relieving techniques. It might literally save your life. Okay. Last week we covered the conditions that stress or chronic stress causes. This week we have a lot of information to cover, and we probably will go the entire 1 hour for this broadcast because the information that I have is not comprehensive, but it will give us a very, very good start. So let's get started. Chronic stress, I'm just reviewing from last week. Chronic stress can cause high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, heart attack, weight gain, or weight loss. Alopecia, which is hair loss, autoimmune diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, type 1 diabetes, lupus, psoriasis, vitiligo, scleroderma, and etc. It can cause confusion, poor concentration, mood disorders, anxiety, depression, bipolar illness, obsessive compulsive disorder, etc. Also, personality disorders. The personality disorders you see there is you have antisocial personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, paranoid personality disorder, schizoid personality disorder, obsessive, let me put this up here, obsessive compulsive personality disorder, and multiple personality disorder. That is a real diagnosis, to have multiple personalities. And some of you who are familiar with Dianetics, that is comparable or similar to being in someone else's valence. So that's another term, or that's another way to describe multiple personality disorder. So let's go right into the stress relieving techniques that may save your life. Meditation. Meditation has many health benefits and is a highly effective way to relieve stress and maintain a healthier lifestyle. The more you practice meditation, it becomes more of an easy habit to maintain and more of an effective habit as well. So you want to develop good habits, right? That's a very, very good habit to develop is meditation. And meditation builds resilience. This is why, because meditation builds resilience to stress over time. Putting in the effort to learn and practice meditation can actually transform your response to stress in your life. There are different ways to meditate, and you can be quite successful in managing your stress with the most basic techniques of meditation. Basic techniques of meditation. And prayer is the most basic form of meditation. Prayer. So if we're praying daily, that becomes a very effective habit of relieving the stress burden. So daily prayer is the perfect stress relieving technique. Color therapy. I'm sure you all have noticed that the slides are on various colors. So I've circulated a few colors a few of the same colors that are very calming and they help to relieve stress. So the color therapy is called chromotherapy, and it's a form of therapy that uses color and light to treat certain mental and physical health conditions. And this form of therapy is traced back to the ancient Egyptians, which we probably, if we dug a little bit deeper, we can probably trace it back even further. So they made use of sun-filled rooms with colored glasses for therapeutic purposes. So these are therapies I will be going over that are not customary to your primary care office. Your basic primary care office, your basic primary care provider is not going to give you all of these therapeutic, holistic, stress relieving techniques. Although color therapy has gained popularity over the years, it's still not a widely accepted form of therapy in Western medicine. And I really wonder why, because it works. Many medical experts consider it to be a pseudoscience or quackery. So they don't believe it because, of course, if we go back to nature, then that would obviate their existence. So we must tap into those holistic, natural healing methods. Okay, there are two major techniques of color therapy. It can either be done through sight, by simply looking at a particular color with hopes that it elicits the desired response in your body, or by directly reflecting certain colors on parts of the body. Each color we can see has its wavelength and unique frequency. Each unique frequency has a different effect on people and is used for different purposes. Warm colors are typically used for stimulating effects, while cool colors are used for calming effects. So as we proceed with the slides, please put in the chat which effect that these colors are having on you. And then use the colors that have a calming effect when you're feeling stressed or you've had a bad day, or when you feel that your blood pressure is coming up a little bit. Please find that color and let's focus on that color with some deep breathing meditation and some other things we'll talk about later. and that will surely help you to alleviate stress. So green relaxes and eases stress. Red energizes. Blue treats depression and pain. Yellow enhances mood. And orange stimulates appetite and elicits happiness. These are just a few of the basic colors. Of course, there are more, but these are just some of the basics I wanted to share with you. Now we go to acoustic wave therapy, which is a mechanical stimulation that encourages natural healing processes in the body. Sound waves are used to inspire natural, safe reactions within tissue that helps to return that tissue to its optimal and homeostatic state. So it's a balance, we're bringing it to a balanced state. By using specific ranges of frequency, energy, and pressure, treatment categories are endless and range from musculoskeletal injuries to erectile dysfunction. Acoustic wave therapy is able to perform specific tasks that lead to optimization, healing, and pain management. Acoustic wave therapy is not a quick fix. It heals the problematic area by increasing blood flow, creating new blood vessels, recruiting stem cells, and dispersing pain mediators. Acoustic wave therapy provides benefits that cannot be achieved by any other medical device. It is an alternative to surgery and medications and other therapies that have not worked in the past. It is important to seek treatment from a credible acoustic wave therapist. Music therapy is a therapeutic approach that uses the naturally mood lifting properties of music to help people improve their mental health and overall well-being. Music therapy can be an active process while clients play a role in creative music, or a passive one that involves listening or responding to music. And I just saw a comment that it was amazing that we're discussing color therapy or light and sound therapy. And I want to stress upon everyone listening and viewing that music and color and sound, as our dear sister Mother Tynetta, may Allah be pleased with her, these are the areas that she spoke about in quite some detail. And the effects on the body are very real. I'm sure you can think about a song. It's very simple. You can think about a song that either brings good memories, happy memories, or a bit melancholy, a little sad. So what if you took that music that brings you happier feelings or that calms you, and you use that at the end of a day with color and music? Just two very simple ways of relieving stress. There are different types of music therapy, and I won't go through all of these. I just wanted to show this slide so you see that there are different types of quote unquote music therapy. But as I mentioned, it's really simple. We don't necessarily need to go to someone who can treat us with music therapy. There are very simple things that you can do at home. However, if there are some serious medical conditions, yes, you can find an holistic or natural or alternative provider who actually does offer music therapy for the condition. Okay. All right, music therapy versus sound therapy. So, music therapy and sound are distinctive, and each approach has its own goals, protocols, tools, and settings. The literature states that music therapy is a relatively new discipline, which I disagree rather, while sound therapy is based on ancient Tibetan cultural practices. Music therapy has been around for many, many, many years. They say it's a new, well, I guess I can agree that it's a new discipline, that they're just recognizing that that has some value. But of course, music therapy has been around for centuries upon centuries upon centuries. Sound therapy uses tools to achieve specific sound frequencies, while music therapy focuses on addressing symptoms like stress and pain. These are all conditions of music therapy, okay, that music therapy can help us with. So music therapy can help us with an unbelievable amount of conditions. Alzheimer's disease, stress, anxiety, autism, very key. Cardiac or heart conditions, chronic pain, depression, diabetes, difficulties with verbal and nonverbal communication, emotional dysregulation. So when we're looking at emotional dysregulation, that's again with stress, but also when when an emotional imbalance happens and causes a significant personality disorders, that's more of the emotional dysregulation. Feelings of low self-esteem, headaches, impulsivity, negative mood, post-traumatic stress disorder, and problems related to childbirth. Rehabilitation after an injury or medical procedure, respiratory or respiration problems, substance abuse disorders, surgery-related issues, traumatic brain injury, and trouble with movement or coordination. So we're going to play some music therapy, some very soothing music therapy for you. Wasn't that wonderful? We have access to the highest therapeutic music therapy that we could ever ask for in the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. If you do not have the music Let's Change the World, the gift set or the gift box of Let's Change the World from the minister, from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you must get it. If you don't have it, you must get it. That is so important. Music therapy from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. No need to go anywhere else. Okay. Now I wanted to briefly talk about the power of your voice, which is sound. Voice is a great tool to guide us in our life quest because it is a very loyal mirror of our inner reality. Our voices change every day depending on how we feel and how our bodies and minds are. In ancient traditional medicine systems, such as traditional Chinese medicine or Ayurveda, voice has been used as a tool of diagnosis. Just by listening to the voice, the doctor can get information about the patient's overall condition. Now, we're talking about doctors who are trained or who know to listen to the voice. Now, yes, there are primary care doctors when you come in, if you have a scratchy throat or if you've been coughing and the larynx has been stressed, yeah, that's easy. I mean, an infant can pick that up. But when you have someone who's trained to treat the whole body and know the body, then the voice pattern, the tone can alert the doctor or the specialist. And I'm talking about more so of the holistic doctor now, the holistic or the naturopathic physician can tell if there is something going on medically with the patient. We can also make the best use of this amazing tool, the voice, not only as a means of diagnosis, like in these medicinal traditions, but as a guide to liberation. We can let our voices guide us into deeper alignment, emotional release, and reconnection to our essence, mental clarity, and inner peace. And I'll come back to voice when we speak about guided imagery, because that's very, very, very important. It has been scientifically proven that the whole universe is made of vibrations. We hear that again, vibrations. So we know Mother Tainetta, she has been a wonderful jewel. She has been a precious jewel that has taught us more to just basics of existing and just going to the doctor and just on the physical realm. She's taught us a realm that's beyond the physical in particular. And especially when she deals with energy and vibrations and color and music, that helps the soul to heal. So, crystal bowls, some of you all may be aware of sound therapy with crystal bowls. And they are manufactured to specific vibrations, usually to the vibration of one of the chakras. They can be used for general balancing and clearing as described above, or played in front of a specific chakra with your attention on that chakra. I'll go into that a little bit more. What is a chakra? So chakra refers to energy centers in the body. And this is said to be originated from India between 1500 and 500 BC, and can be thought of as our body's subtle energy system. There are 7 chakras, each with a unique meaning about our body, life, breath, mind, intellect, and overall sense of well-being. Now, some of you all may know about chakras because of the connection with yoga. When you are performing yoga, and especially traditional yoga, which again goes back centuries. So the chakras, they all have a meaning. There are predominantly 12 aura colors. 7 of those colors relate to the 7 chakras of the human body. However, there are shades of the primary colors that bring the total number to more than 20. And examples of this are found in pictures when you take pictures are taken of auras with this special photography equipment. So some of you may be aware of that and have experienced that. And it's very eye-opening when you have your photo taken with this special equipment and you see a particular color that kind of shades over you. These are some of the colors of the chakras for the 7 chakras of the body. Okay, red is the root or base chakra, orange, sacral chakra, yellow, solar plexus chakra, green is the heart chakra, blue is throat, indigo is the third eye chakra, and purple is the crown chakra. Okay. All right. So before I go to guided imagery, I wanted to specifically talk about the significance of the information that I've imparted and I've shared so far. I'm pretty sure some of this is quite new and a little bit much for a person who doesn't know or who hasn't heard of this information. So I want to give you a homework assignment. Those who have not heard of this, please take note and take a minute. Just take a minute to do a search, because some of these natural, alternative, holistic techniques for stress relief can possibly help to save your life. They may help save you from the toxic medications and procedures and all of that the primary care provider may recommend. Just by doing one or a combination of these more alternative healing techniques may be just what you need to help you to balance the body and not actually go further into an imbalance, giving you a condition that they're prescribing medication for. Okay, so guided imagery is a relaxation technique that works on the premise that the mind and body are connected, which they are. It involves creating and focusing on positive images in the mind, using all the senses to make the image feel as real as possible. And it is usually performed with an instructor or a recording that gives a visualization. And this works similar to what's called transcendental meditation. So if there are those of you who practice yoga and meditation, you know exactly what I'm referring to. And those that don't, that's a new assignment. Look up for transcendental meditation. Okay, so the healing properties of guided imagery, they help the mind and body relax, which in response will manage anxiety and stress, improve sleep, manage depression, provide pain relief, lower the blood pressure, alleviate nausea. Very good for cancer patients. Provide a better sense of control and well-being. Okay. Now, there are two major types of guided imagery. And this method, the Simonton method, is one that I um, that I really believe helps people with cancer. It's a component that I recommend in cancer therapy, to treat cancer. And this, people with cancer imagine their bodies fighting cancer cells using visualizations, such as picturing, breathing in a cloud of soft healing energy with deep, regular breaths and feeling the healing spread throughout their body. When guided imagery can be done with or without music. And when guided imagery is done with music or with a wave therapy, again, as Mother Tynetta, 432 hertz, healing vibrations, the Simonton method can be very effective for removing or fighting, I should say, cancer cells. So let's present this. We have a video for the music that's used with guided imagery. Okay, so I hope you heard it well, but if you didn't, then it's very, very simple. You can go to YouTube, and there are healing videos. There are healing videos with music at 432 hertz. There's music lower and above. We definitely don't want 440. So I know most of you all know the 440, which is a very destructive hertz level. However, 432 is healing. And there are a variety of healing vibrational music at 432. I don't go beyond that because I know that is the level that Mother Tynetta mainly taught on. And unless I get more information from someone else within her circle, then I will stick with 432. And I think that will do just fine with the other therapeutic modalities to help fight cancer. Okay. The other method is the palming method. And I'm not familiar with this method, but because I don't use it, but the palming method involves placing your palms over your eyes and imagining that different colors represent different things. For example, you can imagine a color that you've chosen to represent anxiety or fear. Then imagine replacing that color with one you have chosen to represent strength, courage, or healing. So again, these are methods you can do yourself. You can do and have your self-healing capacity to help some of the problems that you have with stress. You don't need a specialist. You don't need a provider necessarily to help you with these techniques that you can very easily do at home. Aromatherapy. Aromatherapy is the use of an aromatic plant extract, or essential oils. They help reduce stress and tension. They assist to restore balance to the mind and body. It has the capacity to improve the overall health and mood of a person. So aromatherapy is beneficial for depression, anxiety, dementia, and pain relief. So I know you all know about aromatherapy because most people, they may spray something or they may put a little smell on their skin and it enlivens them. It makes them feel energetic. So something as simple as that is aromatherapy. Of course, everything can be made more complex and complicated. It doesn't have to be, but aromatherapy uses the sense of smell to conduct healing. The sense of smell is carried out by the olfactory nerve, which stems from the brain, and it's the first cranial nerve. So, aromatherapy, the first cranial nerve, smell. Humans are largely unaware of their olfactory powers or the sense of smell, the potency of smell. And plants use odors to attract bees for pollination and to warn other plants about pests. Dogs have amazing olfactory abilities because of their large noses. And they even suspect that, well, I would say it's been researched that dogs can detect cancer. And matter of fact, there are a couple of very detailed, comprehensive studies about dogs detecting cancer. Most of what we think is taste actually comes from our sense of smell. The essential oils in aromatherapy are used for skin care, hair care, facial and body products, massage, and released into surrounding environment, either by inhaling or diffusion to stimulate the effects. So I'm sure you all have seen the little apparatus or the little diffusion, I guess the little apparatus to put the oil in a diffuser. It's like a little container, and then you put the water in, and it should be spring water, distilled water, and then you put the oil in it, and you have like a vapor that comes through. Very good and effective for aromatherapy. According to the National Association for Holistic Aromatherapy, the most popular essential oils are clary sage, cypress, eucalyptus, fennel, geranium, ginger, helichrysum, I don't use that one, sorry, lavender, lemon, lemongrass, mandarin, neroli, patchouli, peppermint, Roman chamomile, rose, rosemary, tea tree, very big one, tea tree, vetiver, and lang lang. Now, these are some of the most common ones that I use, and some of the most common ones that are used in aromatherapy at like massage, when you go for massage, or if you go to an alternative health practice or naturopathic practice. These are very useful in helping some of the conditions that people come in with. So eucalyptus, it silences coughs, it clears chest congestion, it improves breathing, very, very big, keeps bugs away, controls blood sugar, soothes cold sores, freshens breath, and eases joint pain. Citrus essential oils, they are invigorating and energizing properties, and they lift mood, combat depression, they have antioxidant protection, they eliminate germs, improves immunity, superb air freshener. And the best citrus essential oils are orange, lemon, lime, grapefruit, bergamot, tangerine, mandarin. You have a red and a green mandarin, bitter orange, blood orange, and yuzu. And that's from the yuzu fruit in China. Peppermint. I know this is a big one for most people also. Peppermint. It helps with headaches, migraine headaches, sinus headaches, tension headaches, cluster headaches. It helps with congestion, nausea, stress, runny nose, and muscle pain. I also want to add to that, it helps with toothache. You can put peppermint oil on a cotton tip applicator and put it on the tooth or a cotton ball, and it helps with tooth pain. Rose essential oil. It relieves stress and anxiety. I know you noticed that most of these have stress and anxiety. It relieves stress and anxiety. So that's another, that's another indicator that you should get some essential oils and perform your own aromatherapy session and help relieve stress and anxiety. It relaxes the body and mind. It provides soothing and anti-scarring benefits to the skin. It decreases irritation, inflammation, and pigmentation of the skin. During rose aromatherapy, the essential oils move deep into your skin and the air in your lungs, and it regenerates skin while comforting the mind. Lavender, very, very, very big, very big. Lavender essential oil is a multi-purpose oil known to have medicinal properties. For example, you have anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antidepressant, antiseptic, antibacterial, and antimicrobial properties, as well as an antispasmodic, which is for menstrual cramps or nausea. It's an analgesic, so it helps to relieve pain. It's a detoxifier. It lowers blood pressure and it has sedative effects for insomnia. So put some lavender in your diffuser and have a good night's sleep. Next, yoga therapy. This is a big one for me because I love yoga. I teach yoga. I perform yoga. So this is a very big one for me. This is very good for athletes. I was a past athlete and I wanted a change from the overall regular exercise, running, jogging, all of this. And what really increased my my faith in how important yoga is I was training for a marathon and I injured myself. So I had to have some time off, but I didn't want to get deconditioned. I wanted to still keep myself active so that I can get right back into my training. And yoga helped. It was a method and a means to help condition the body, but also be gentle enough on the joint and bones and ligaments and tendons. So this is a major, major one for me for stress relief, as well as to keep yourself active and conditioned and toned. Yoga is very, very good for that. Okay. So in the term yoga in Western medicine, in the Western world rather, it denotes a modern form of hatha yoga and a posture-based physical fitness, stress relief, and relaxation technique consisting of largely of asanas, or that means postures. And this differs from traditional yoga, which focuses on meditation and release from worldly attachments. So I mentioned transcendental meditation, and this goes in conjunction with that. That's more on the traditional yoga, the meditation and performing the asanas. And this is very, 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 very important because meditation Again, we see meditation again. When we're talking about stress relieving techniques, meditation is super important. And then if you add yoga, which there's a focus of your breathing, of what the body is doing, you're listening to your body as you're doing yoga. And actually there's a meditation component when you're doing yoga. That those two together are extremely effective with relieving stress and anxiety. It began as a spiritual practice. I don't have to go into this much, but it began as a spiritual practice. Again, this is centuries old, and regular yoga practice creates mental clarity and calmness. It increases body awareness. I just mentioned that as you're performing yoga, you focus on the right side or the left side of the body after you perform a posture. You're focusing on how you're breathing. You're focusing on your shoulders. Of course, when you're tense, your shoulders usually come up. So you're focused to relax the shoulders, bring the shoulders down, lift the head, and, just it's, as you can see, I'm very sold on yoga. I've been doing it for many years and I love it. Okay, so it relieves chronic stress patterns. It relaxes the mind, it centers attention and and sharpens concentration. Okay. Massage therapy, another big one. Massage therapy, during massage, the soft tissues of the body are systematically and strategically manipulated. This body manipulation helps produce a relaxed state and can reduce pain, discomfort, anxiety, and fatigue, among other benefits. Massage therapy may be highly beneficial in helping people treat and manage the following conditions: chronic pain, delayed onset muscle soreness, anxiety, there we go, depression, stress, soft tissue injuries, high blood pressure, insomnia, etc. And the top 10 benefits of massage, because it has many benefits. The top 10 are: it reduces stress, boosts the immune system. Did you know that a massage can boost your immune system? Improve sleep quality and ease, lower the heart rate and blood pressure, reduce post-surgery or post-injury pain or swelling, improve flexibility, help reduce pain, relieve constipation, eliminate toxins, inspire intimacy. So for stress, especially for you married couples, that is a way to help one another to lower the stress of the day, the stressors of the day. With the aromatherapy or the essential oils like lavender, those can help you massage those in. And again, it doesn't have to be a professional massage, although that is very therapeutic to have a professional masseuse to go to the areas of focus. However, just as this says, you inspire intimacy, that's a way that a married couple can relate and interrelate and helping one another, again, with the stresses of the day. The massage, provide a massage and set time to do that on a regular basis and see how better things will be. Okay. All right. Now, you need to have adequate calcium and magnesium in order for proper function of the body. So calcium is needed for proper functioning of the heart, brain, kidneys, and to develop and maintain strong teeth and bones. Magnesium is probably the most important mineral, one of the most important minerals on the planet. It conducts about 325 chemical reactions in the body. Low levels of magnesium will cause a dangerously low heart rate, congestive heart failure. It contributes to attention deficit disorder, Alzheimer's disease, anxiety, asthma, autism, chronic fatigue syndrome, constipation, diabetes, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, insomnia, migraine headaches, multiple sclerosis, muscle cramps, Parkinson's disease, osteoporosis, and more. You need an adequate magnesium level in your body in order for calcium to be absorbed. They work synergistically to prevent major imbalances in the body that can lead to the previous list of disorders. If you have a history of heart disease, bypass surgery, or polypharmacy, which means you're taking multiple medications, or you're over 35, you should be taking a daily calcium magnesium supplement as a preventive measure of some of those disorders that I named. Calcium needs change with age, and deficiencies are associated with premature aging and debilitation among the aging population. Now, I'll also say eating right is super important. Getting the dietary components that help supply calcium, magnesium, that's crucial. However, when you're deficient and you need to have your calcium and magnesium levels done as you would at least once a year, some need more than once a year. When you get those levels done, and if they're low, then it's beyond a dietary intake. It's beyond what you could take in to eat at one sitting or to eat. You need to have you need to have an increased amount that's usually in a good quality natural whole food supplement, not a synthetic chemical supplement, but in a good quality whole food supplement. And then once you get your level to be a therapeutic level, then you can, from that point, you can make sure you incorporate the foods into your diet to maintain. But if you've taken a test and it's low, then you're beyond just taking it in your food. We need to get a boost of your calcium, magnesium in the bloodstream. And you probably would notice that you sleep better. You probably would notice that the aches and pains and things that you would experience in the morning, or, you would notice that lessens. And you may have some notable, when they say you have fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome, you may notice that you have more energy. So those are some of the indicators that are significant for you to monitor and for you to kind of measure up to get you first tested. And if you get tested, then you need a good supplement. And if you have a natural provider, a natural health provider, a holistic provider, a naturopath, then please seek them out. And of course, you can always contact me. My information has been scrolling. You can contact me for a consultation or for a supplement if you've had the levels and they're low. And that's for anything, basically. If there are any medical problems or any consultations that you need, please see me. That it's scrolling at the bottom from my website, okay? And I believe this is the last slide. No, it's not. Okay. So you can also help relieve stress with a traditional exercise. Walking is a very good, relaxing stress reliever. And I'm not necessarily talking about power walking. I'm talking about just walking, just to have a good walk a few times a week, at least. Jogging, running, weight training, aerobics, Zumba, Pilates, those are all good stress relieving techniques. Okay, so I hope that this presentation was not too overwhelming, but I'm hoping that it imparted some new information that's going to spark you to look it up and look for a good provider who's providing that information and providing those services, those techniques, instead of writing you a prescription. And lastly, this is my last slide. I said next week's broadcast, please forgive me, my apologies. The next broadcast will be on the 1st, I believe. The next broadcast is in June. The first Thursday in June is the next broadcast, okay? It's not next week. And we will be discussing what is cancer. Is there a cure? So I hope that I have imparted some valuable information that you can use. Please email me, give me any information that you have that you would like to share with a future broadcast. If you'd like a consultation, there is my information. I'll be more than happy to help. I apologize, I didn't have much time to take questions this time, but I'm glad they posted the valuable comments that you all made. Thank you so very much. And until next time, may God bless you. Thank you for joining the Closing the Gap, How to Save Lives broadcast. Peace and paradise.
This house is dedicated to knowledge and to the spreading of knowledge. Elijah Muhammad inspired new thought, new mind, new way of civilization among black people. But he wanted a house from which a light could be lifted up to give guidance to all who would be guided as this world begins to close down. This National Center for the re-education and retraining of the black man and woman, but for the totality of the human family of our planet. I named this mosque after the only woman that the Quran names a chapter after, the mother of Jesus, Maryam. All human beings need to be re-educated. That is the purpose of the National Center.